Hey guys, Traveling Troy here. Today I want to show you some tips and some things I learned during the 3 month or so process of buying my Astro van and the search process basically using Craigslist. So let's check it out. But first, let's break the chains. Okay, so the first thing you want to do is go to Craigslist.org and it'll automatically bring you up to your city. You want to be in Houston. And the first thing you want to do is go to My Account. Click on My Account. And if you don't already have an account set up, then it will ask you to set up an account, basically, or it'll ask you to log in. And if you have an account, go ahead and do that. If not, click here, sign up for an account. And it's a pretty basic process. It's just you just put your email in and create an account. Now, the next step is, I think there's a verification process. It may be email and phone number, I believe, but there's a lot of benefits to creating an account. So let me show you those benefits. Okay, now that you've created your account on Craigslist, go in like you're going to do a normal search. And for the example here, I set up cargo van because that was initially what I was looking for before I decided to go to Astro van. I started narrowing my search down to Astro vans. But anyways, put cargo van here in the search. And then personally, I like to set it to search titles only because a lot of people just put ads up there and they just throw a whole bunch of words into the actual listing, and you might not you might get a bunch of junk. So this will actually search for it has to say cargo van in the title. The other thing I like to do is check has images. Uh, I just feel like if they don't put the work in to put a good ad out, then it's probably not going to be a good van. You could leave this unchecked and make phone calls and ask them to send you images, but what a hassle. I think they should add images to their ad. So it's got to have an image and it has to have this keyword, whatever you put in here, um, in the title. But you can come through and you can set up all these as well. So, if you have a minimum price you want or actually a maximum price, you can put your make and model, you can select other things on here. So, once you get all the criteria set, you want to click on email alert. Now, you should already be logged into your Craigslist account. So you've set all the parameters up here, all the filters up, okay? And then you press email alert. Now, if you're already logged into your account, it's going to set that alert up for you. Let me show you what that looks like. Okay, so now if you go into your Craigslist account and you basically go to my account, it'll bring you up to uh, it'll bring up your postings, what you're selling. But if you click on the searches tab, you'll see everything that you've set an alert for. And this word right here, Astro, Safari, Class B, camper van, and here's another one for camper van. These are the things that I was looking for. So these are all the searches I had previously set up. Now I just now clicked email alert for that cargo van setup. So let me show you what that looks like now. Okay, so here it is. It added cargo van as the search phrase. So in the initial search, it found 192 listings for the search criteria set up as cargo van with all the other criteria set up. Now, the next item that pops up, the next person in that area that puts an ad up about a cargo van, you'll get an email telling you about it, and it's almost immediate. Within 10 or 15 minutes of them posting it, you're going to get an email about it. So let's take a look at what an email would look like. Okay, so here's an email that I received from Craigslist, alerts at craigslist.org. My email address is there, I blocked out. So basically it gives you an email. It shows you, this is the description of your alert, and it gives you a date, and then it shows, a little bit of information about the vehicle. So basically you just got to click on it, and it'll take you to the Craigslist ad. And let's take a look at that. So here's the ad, and it shows posted 38 minutes ago. Now, I actually took a little while before I went and looked at it. So actually, this was probably 10 minutes or so that it actually popped up. But so here's the ad and what it would look like, and that's how easy it is to, instead of you always having to be going on Craigslist and doing searches, you can have Craigslist doing the work for you and sending you the information. And you can set the criteria that to where you only get a small group of exactly what you're looking for. That way you're not getting a whole bunch of extra emails. So it's a really handy way to do it. It saves you a lot of time. Okay, so another thing I want to show you is when you're looking for a van and an RV on Craigslist is to do a little investigative work. So let's look at this particular van. I just pulled up a random van. I wanted to show, um, I wanted to show what you should probably be doing here. So anyways, so here's an Astro van since I was looking for those. It's got 89,000 miles supposedly. It runs and drives great. Cold AC, $2,900 for that low mileage. I mean, I'm already thinking, wow, this is a pretty good little deal. It says it's in good condition, and for some reason, the person only shows 5 cylinders. It's a 6-cylinder van, so that's a little weird. Um, and down here, you'll see, if you click this, you'll get the contact information. The ad has been up for 2 months. So my tip here, what you want to do is do a little investigative work on the van. After you've got some details here, you can click the show contact info, or up here, up, I don't have it in the ad, but there's a reply button. You want to get the phone number. Okay, so once you get the phone number, you want to do a Google search on that person's phone number and see if there's any. Well, before you call them, maybe you can find out some details about that person before you make the phone call. You know, so let me show you an example of what I mean. So I looked up this particular person's phone number, and they happen to be a mobile mechanic. And their business that they're running, they've got 2 stars out of 7 reviews. Uh, there's a link to the website. You can go, like for instance, if they may have, go do a little investigative work, learn about the person, because we're talking about giving thousands of dollars away to someone. I like to know a little something about that person before I start dealing with them on the phone. This person has a Better Business Bureau, and they also have a Facebook page you can go check out to learn a little bit about him. So I wanted to go see. This person's a mechanic, and they only have a 2-star rating. Maybe they're not very trustworthy. Um, so maybe I shouldn't be buying a car from this person. So let's go look at these reviews. So here's some of the reviews, and I blurred most of it out just because it's more personal information. But this person say don't use their service. This person say false advertisement. They're saying rude, ignorant, and disrespectful. Yeah, this sounds like a good person to buy from. So let's look at some more reviews. Horrible. Name is misleading. Let's see. I had to at least give a rating, so they had to give a 1. So yeah, this person, I don't know, may not be very trustworthy. So my all the red flags would be up if I called this person. I would be very wary of what they said. Okay, so another thing I did while I was searching for my van is I had a list of questions prepared. So whenever I made the phone call, I could easily just go down a list of questions and maybe skip over a few based on the previous answer to the question. So this is my list of what I would ask people as I made as I called them. And sometimes I wouldn't get all the way through this list because just based on doing a little listening to the person, I could determine if they were trustworthy and honest. And I may not have to go through all these questions, and I could just schedule an appointment to go take a look at the van or the RV. So basically, yeah, make a list of questions, call them up, and start asking them some questions about the vehicle. Like one important thing is their name on the title. Uh, you may have some title issues if you buy a vehicle for someone and their name isn't actually on it. I like to ask why they're selling it. It's always interesting to see what they have to say. You want to ask about the condition of the vehicle. Are there any dents? What about the rust? So I mean, here's a decent little list that maybe gets you started. I can put this in the notes, um, in the description area, and then maybe that'll help you out. And then also, I just made a few notes here of what I like to look for while I'm doing an exterior inspection, while I'm looking at the vehicle. then an interior inspection, and then some information about the engine. So things to remind me about. That way, when I get there, I can like quickly look these over to remind me what I need to look at before I start, uh, looking over the vehicle. Well, that's it for my Craigslist tips today. Thanks for checking out the video. Hey, and if you get a chance, go check out my Facebook page and like it if you could. That'd be great. The link to my Facebook page is in the description. Thanks a lot.